When your AC stops working, just call the experts at KS Services Heating and Air. They're fast and affordable. Right now, purchase any Bryant energy efficient system and save with 0% interest for 60 months with approved credit. It comes included with a 5-year labor warranty. And our fair price guarantee means that we will always give you 3 quotes for every situation. A good, better, and best. Call KS Services Heating and Air today. We roll on, whatever it takes.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. It's the afternoon edition for Monday, September 18th. I'm James Spann. Fairly typical mid-September weather continues for the rest of the week. Warm, muggy, a few scattered storms in the afternoon, and the tropics are very active, which you might expect here during the climatological peak of the hurricane season. So let's dive in. Start with the water vapor satellite view. Ridging here across the deep south. Big cold trough in the northwestern states. And a hurricane off the Atlantic coast. That's Jose. We'll check the radar at 2:35. A few small isolated showers across the central part of the state. Not many. That's the radar from Maxwell Air Force Base, and those will die down once the sun goes down. Pretty much the same deal tomorrow. We'll probably see an uptick in the number of scattered showers and storms on Wednesday at midweek. Yeah, it's warm, mostly 80s, but look at Tuscaloosa and Montgomery, 91. Birmingham, 89, mid-80s for Anniston and Gadsden. Around the nation, nice and toasty down here across the deep south. Pretty chilly up in the northwestern states where they've got more mountain snow. There's the watch warning map. A pretty quiet day. Most of the issues involve the tropical storm watches and warnings for the upper Atlantic coast as Jose sideswipes that region. Severe weather, a marginal risk for parts of the Texas Panhandle, the Texas South Plains for later today and tonight. Tomorrow, an enhanced risk over parts of the Dakotas. Notice Alabama in green. That means there could be a thunderstorm in spots. Organized severe weather not expected. And on day 3, Wednesday, a marginal risk well to the north of here. Rain for the next 7 days. Not that much rain amounts. I'd say about 1/2 inch for much of the state, maybe more in spots. But the tropics are worth talking about. First off, the Gulf of Mexico, quiet as a mouse. We see no issues for the Gulf anytime soon. Lee is a fizzling depression in the central Atlantic. Coming off the board, we've got Maria and Jose. Let's start with Jose. You can see that dry air is wrapping into this thing on the south side of the circulation, coming back into the east side. The top wind's down to 75 miles an hour, still kind of hanging on as a hurricane. This thing will be gaining latitude, staying offshore, becomes a tropical storm Wednesday, and begins to make a loop, and it should be post-tropical by Thursday. You see the circles going to white as it loses tropical characteristics. But still, we have a tropical storm warning for parts of New England, Cape Cod, a tropical storm watch down through Long Island and the New Jersey shore. Look at the modeling on Jose. That's a bowl of spaghetti right there. Anytime it loops, it just kind of looks like that. This is the GFS ensemble, 21 members. You want to look for the black line. That's the mean. Kind of does a loop, and then it takes it out. But not all members do that. But again, this will be a weakening system, and it could be greatly influenced by Maria, which is our next one, and that's the big one. This is a GOES 16 high-resolution visible satellite loop, and see that pinhole eye developing. That means it is rapidly intensifying. On the early afternoon advisory, top winds were 125 miles an hour. That's a Category 3. It could be stronger by the time you watch this. Check the track from the Hurricane Center. Unfortunately, this thing just comes right on top of Puerto Rico Wednesday. Not a good scene here. And then it kind of scoots north of Hispaniola and begins to turn north. And again, hopefully it stays east of the Bahamas. That would kind of keep the Bahamas on the better side of the hurricane if this verifies. But remember, beyond 5 days, there's great uncertainty here. We'll show you modeling. Tropical models, very tight agreement. Odds of this entering the Gulf of Mexico are very, very low. Not zero, but very low. But it simply remains too early to determine the impact, if any, on the east coast of the United States. We'll check the GFS ensemble, 21 members. And again, you got some outliers here. But you want to look for the black line. That's the mean. The mean is a recurving path off the east coast of the United States. But again, there's some uncertainty here. And we'll check the European ensemble. This is 51 members, and it looks like 49 of the 51 members kind of curve it offshore. And again, the black line, that's the mean in there. And it's pretty similar to the GFS ensemble mean. But again, we stress this is beyond 5 days. It is simply too early at this point to determine what effect, if any, Maria will have on the east coast of the United States. We just got to keep an eye on it. Here's a look at the intensity guidance. You can see this thing should be a Category 4 coming over Puerto Rico, then kind of backs down to a Category 3 in 5 days, but it's still going to be a formidable system for a while. Let's look at the deterministic output. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock local time. Cold trough in the northwest, flat ridge here. Down below that, you can see a few scattered showers or storms in the afternoon. Looks like maybe the better half over the western half of the state. They'll be random and scattered. Highs 87 to 90, a mix of sun and clouds. Jose off the mid-Atlantic coast. This is Wednesday. Jose is southeast of Cape Cod. In Alabama, we got a moist air mass. We could see a few scattered showers and storms. Highs mid to upper 80s. Thursday, Maria comes into play. You can see that's just off the north coast of the Dominican Republic. Jose is hanging around east of Cape Cod. And again, for us, we'll mention a few scattered showers and storms. Thursday, highs well up in the 80s. And this is Friday. Same thing for us. Warm, muggy. Chance of scattered showers and storms, mainly during the afternoon and evening hours. We've got Jose doing the loop-de-loop thing east of New England. And Maria is north of Haiti. This is Saturday as the weekend begins. Maria just east of the Bahamas. And again, I don't think the pressure is going to be that deep. The GFS has had a bad habit of doing that this season. Jose is filling and weakening off the New England coast. And again, Saturday for us, partly sunny, very warm, mid-80s. The chance of scattered, mostly afternoon and evening showers and storms. Not much change in the weather through the weekend. And this is Sunday. Now, we might be on the subsidence ring, sinking air on the periphery of Maria, which should be just east of the Bahamas if this verifies. But we'll still mention at least the chance of an afternoon storm. And Jose is just kind of fizzling out to the north of Maria. We'll go to Monday, a week from today. Big trough in the west. We got a flat ridge here. And again, the GFS shows a whopper of a hurricane east of Florida and just north of the Bahamas. That would be Maria. And again, if this were to verify, Monday would be relatively dry here with the subsidence situation, sinking air on the periphery of Maria, highs mid to upper 80s. Let's keep on going here. Let's go to Wednesday of next week, the 27th. And again, this is the GFS, and this is just one run. The mean of the ensemble members not supporting this idea. This has got the thing coming up on the North Carolina coast above Cape Fear. And again, I stress this is an outlier. And like we've said it before, I'll say it again here. It's too early to know what impact, if any, Maria will have on the east coast of the United States. That's just one idea that's on the table. Let me show you the Europeans. Same time, 1 o'clock Wednesday of next week. It's got Maria, 1,000 miles or more northeast of there, moving out to the North Atlantic with no threat to the east coast. So pure model madness out here. Back to the GFS, the end of the forecast period, Thursday of next week, the 28th. Still got a ridge here. Maria off the coast of North Carolina around the Outer Banks. And again, for us, that would be dry if this verifies. And obviously, there's great uncertainty here. We'll check the numbers. We stay pretty warm until October gets here. And just like magic, you say the word October, and look at that. Highs drop in the 70s and lows drop in the 50s. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
AC broken? Just call KS Services Heating and Air. All Bryant energy-efficient systems come with a 5-year labor warranty, and our fair price guarantee means that we'll always give you 3 quotes for every situation. Just call KS Services Heating and Air today.